Shalom. Shalom Yisrael. It's your brother Gadal. Kahala Yimla. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Wa Barakatham. Until you sincere. Akim Wa Akwat. Which means you brothers and sisters. You few sincere sisters. And it's quick listen. We're going to get into basically just trust the process. Right? Trust the process, because being in this walking truth, man, you might not be growing the way you want to or at a pace that you want to, but you are growing. Right? It might just be little by little by little, which is honestly great. There's nothing wrong with growing only a little, just by little by little. There's nothing wrong with wanting to grow a whole lot. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? But you have to trust the process. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua knows what's best for you, man. All right? For every brother got their certain point to where it's like they'll be increasing a whole lot, and then they'll slow down. They'll slow down on increasing. Some last longer than others or whatever. But just trust the process, man. As long as you was in this truth, as long as you still got the names, as long as you're being sincere as possibly as you can. To be honest, hey man, you good, bro. You good. Just be patient. All right, this is one of the things that I know I have a problem with. Not growing as much as I would like to, or studying as much as I would like to, but I'm still growing. I'm gonna go ahead and get I'm gonna get Hebrews chapter 12 and verse. You know what? I'm starting verse 6. All right, it says, "For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth." All right, so whoever the Lord loves, he's going to chasten you. So even though, trust the process, it's not going to be a very pleasant process. All right, you're going to be put in that fire. You're finna go through some hell. All right, you're finna go through some hell, but that's because the Lord loves you, bro. The Lord is really doing us a favor by putting us through hell down here, because it's keeping us in the right mindset. Them chastisements, bro, it's like sometimes it's like a reminder that, like, damn, this place is ass. Like, damn, this place is wicked. Keep you in the right mindset. Keep you in the right mindset. Right? It's like a real daily reminder, like, this place ain't shit, and I need to get out of here. Because when the Lord chastises you, it doesn't feel good. Straight up. It doesn't feel good. But it's very, 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 very much needed. All right, reading down to verse 7, it says, "If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son whom his father chastened not?" So, in other words, if if you're not getting chastised by the Lord, or at least chastised the way you should be by the Lord, or meaning the only way you're getting chastised the way you should be if you're in the truth, that's really the only way, then guess what? The Lord doesn't care about you, bro. That's why you think these 2/3 are flourishing now? Why you think they get the woman that they want? The woman with the big old booty or whatever. You be like, dang, man, it's nice. Dude, get ahead. I can't get something like that. You not getting really what you want like that. You getting a woman that's just like okay, like borderline okay. But hey, sometimes like Lord will bless you with a good looking woman too. Don't get me wrong, He will. But everybody got their little type that they want, and it's either you had it for a very short time or you didn't get it at all. It's one of the two. All right. But that's just a small example, because you got some people they get whatever car they want, living the best lifestyle or whatever. There's a reason why these 2/3 are really just up. All right, because this is their consolation, this is their comfort. So the Lord gonna let them enjoy it before He fucks them up. All right. Well, for us, we're gonna get our enjoyment later in the kingdom. Our enjoyment is gonna be for everlasting. Their enjoyment is only temporary, and to be honest, they don't even enjoy it like that here. That's why they smoke and do drugs now. Read on to verse 8. It says, "But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons." Hey, be without chastisement. Hey, Yahweh doesn't give a fuck about you. All right? If you're not getting chastised, you ain't being put in that fire, the Lord don't give a fuck about you, straight up. All right? Or at least, as far as Israel, don't care about you right now on this side, because the Lord's only dealing with a remnant. All right? Read on down to verse 9. Says, "Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection to the Father of spirits?" Spirits, and live. In other words, how much more Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? You get a whooping. You get whooped by bell by your father or mother. You get whooped, and you took heed unto them. How much more Yahweh Bashim Yahushua when He's whooping you with Esau? He's whooping us with Esau. All right, Esau is one of his swords, man. It's a whipping stick. That's just one of them. He can use anything. So how much more you have about Yahushua, right? Verse 10 says, "For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but He for our profit, that we might be partakers of His sins." All right, so, Shalakia, not His sins, of His holiness. Damn, boy, that's saying Shalakia. All right, be partakers of His holiness. All right, so, yeah, man, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, the things that He is putting us through as of this moment it's only for us, bro. Like, you have to realize that, like, the Lord doing it all for you, even if it doesn't so-called feel like it. Just understand it's all for you. Because let's be honest, what does the Lord get out of basically just fucking you up? What does the Lord get out of it? To be honest, nothing. It doesn't benefit Him. It benefits you. He correcting you benefits you. He's whooping you benefits you. He's building you up. He's building us up. The Lord don't need to be built up. The Lord is already perfect. We're the ones that's in the flesh going off. That needs to be putting off this old creature every day, right? Renewing the inward man every day, right? That's us. So trust the process. And remember, man, because I remember I had a problem with this, like, mainly in the beginning of the truth of my walk. Do not worry about another brother's walk, bro. Worrying about another brother's walk is going to fuck you up. Bad, really bad. All right, don't just focus on your walk, man. Focus on your walk and trust the process in your walk, because the Lord, Yahweh Shai, got a plan for you. And just pray He doesn't take the spirit off of you and allow you to keep going. So what if you're not growing as fast as everybody else? You're still growing. That's all that matters. The whole point is for you to continue to grow. All right? For your walk, you probably growing in areas that other brothers might not be growing in like that, and you don't even realize it. Because you're like, man, this brother, hey, man, he really be studying, he be really getting on the scriptures, I need to be up there like him. All right, there's nothing wrong with striving to be better. But don't do it because of a brother, something that a brother has. COVID, I think of COVID after, if I'm saying that right, Slakia, if I'm not. Don't covet after what a brother has, man. Okay, it's beautiful to see brothers, that's really built up in the spirit. It's beautiful to see that. But you got to focus on your walk. The Lord got something for you. All right, it's a process for you. Every brother walks is different. You have some that are similar, but every brother walk is different. All right, there's certain things that you go through that some brothers don't go through like that. As well as there's some things that they go through that you don't go through like that. Everybody got to build their personal relationship with Yahweh Shem Shah. So trust the process, man. Trust the process. And that's why it's so important to remain patient. All right, and you being patient is going to make you suffer. So it's not going to feel good trusting in the process. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't feel good. But I bet if you trust in the process, go ahead and look a couple months back. You're going to be like, dang, I know so much more now than I did a couple months ago. Shit, you can even say that about a month ago, even a week ago if you want to. Right? Like the Lord, he's really looking out for us, bro. All right, he doesn't have to. All right? Just that's why I like to push, man. It's important to be grateful, man. Shit, speaking to myself first and foremost, of course. That's why you should just be grateful. The fact that you're even in the truth, growing in the truth at all. There's people that's in the truth that's just whatchamacallit. I wouldn't say stagnant, because you can't be stagnant in the truth. All right, you're in the truth and they just not doing shit. And sooner or later they're gonna get found out. But just be glad it's not you doing that. All right, and just pray that the Lord keeps the spirit on you and allow you to keep going. All right, but I've been rambling for a little bit too long. I'm gonna go ahead and get the scripture. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 28. It says, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh Shem Shah, to them who are the called according to His purpose." All right, so all things work good, honestly, for the elect. In other words, if you are a part of the elect, every part of your walk, everything that's happening in your walk is working good for you, man. Even the bad things. All right, even the bad things. There's certain stuff you got to go through to learn. I mean, a brother can tell you. Don't get me wrong. A brother can warn you. All right, a brother can warn you, but certain things in your walk, you just going to have to experience. Like I said, every brother's not the same. I could mess around. I could tell you this, and you still end up, looking at another brother's walk. Demons start fucking with you. Man, I'm not growing like I want to. Stuff like that. Which is, hey, it's okay. Stuff happens. There's plenty of cases where a brother told me something and I didn't listen. I suffered. I suffered for that shit. All right, but that's why it's also important to listen to the bros, because when they tell you something, man, the bros know what they talking about. All right, if they tell you something, man, they know what they talking about. Most likely because they've been through it already. That's something I've learned. If they tell you something, they most likely been through it, and they telling you like, hey, do this, because if you do this, trust me, you're going to da. And if you choose not to listen, you found out the hard way. You just, all you can really do is just laugh like, damn, he did tell me, and damn, he was right. He was right. But in other words, man, just trust the process. I understand. We are in the flesh, so things are going to happen. But hey, trust the process. Every part of your walk, the Lord wants to happen. Just pray and hope that the Lord keeps you. That's the biggest part, man. You can do all this, man, but the Lord just got to keep you through it all. That's the biggest thing, the mercy. You need that mercy from Yahweh Shem Shah. So, for you sincere brothers, Akim and Aqua, a few sincere sisters, just trust the process, man, and be patient. You're going to suffer. Expect to suffer. We are in hell. We are in hell. So expect to suffer. Like I said, we're in hell, bro. What you expect? In hell, doesn't feel good in hell, right? So you expect to suffer, but the Lord is going to keep us. And he's going to continue to build us up as long as we are in his truth. All right. But, I got one more. This is Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 36. It says, "For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promises." All right. So, right there, letting you know you need to be patient. If you don't have patience, right, meaning shit, you're not long suffering, bro, you're not gonna make it. Straight up, you're just not gonna make it. Cause the things that you're gonna go through in this truth, it's gonna require so much patience, so much. And it's okay if you have a little bit, bro. The Lord will build you up. There's brothers that had little patience that have way more patience now. Lord, that's why it's important to trust the process. Because you don't know what the Lord can make you into unless you go through it and be patient. You might start off as one of the brothers that barely bring out any precepts, brothers that knew the least amount of scriptures. I start off like that, brothers just happy just to be there. You come from that to being a head of a camp, watching over camps, stuff like that. You don't know what the Lord can turn you into, bro. That's why it's important to just trust the process and wait. It might be a lengthy process, a long process, but no matter what, man, if you're serving Yahweh Shem Shai, he got you. And you have to believe that. Speaking to myself first and foremost. But anyway, that's all I had to say. Lord willing, y'all was edified. Call Allah Yumla, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Bahashim Chakodash. Forgive me the spirit to do this quick lesson. Until next time I say, Shalom Yasharallah. Oh yeah, double honor to the apostle and elder Great Millstone.